There's a particular silence poor kids learn early, the silence of pretending you never wanted the thing in the first place. For me, it was the book fair. Twice a year, our gym filled with rolling metal shelves of glittery pencils, posters, and paperbacks that smelled like a brand new world. Every kid brought a crumpled envelope of money. I brought nothing. When my class walked over, I'd volunteer to run the attendance folder to the office, just to be somewhere that wasn't there. Mom worked doubles at the diner and cleaned offices at night. We weren't the kind of poor that made the news, the quiet kind, where the lights stayed on but nothing was left for anything that wasn't survival. She'd have given me the money if she had it. That was the worst part. I stopped asking so she wouldn't have to say no. In 4th grade, Mrs. Alden made the whole class stay together during the fair. No folder to carry, no escape. So I walked the aisles with my hands behind my back, the only girl with nothing to buy, touching nothing, my face set in the bored expression I'd practiced in the mirror. A girl named Brooke noticed. Her family had a boat, and she reminded us of the boat often. She held up a novel with a foiled dragon on the cover. "Are you getting anything, or just looking?" she asked, loud enough for the girls behind her. "Wait, do you even have money?" The laughter came fast. I remember the heat crawling up my neck, staring at fruit-shaped erasers so I wouldn't cry. I said I already had these at home. Nobody believed me. Brooke smiled like she'd won something. That night I told Mom the fair was fine, that I didn't need anything. She looked at me a beat too long. The next morning there were 4 ones folded under my cereal bowl. I don't know what she skipped to manage it. I bought a pencil with a galaxy and a bookmark and carried them like they were made of glass. The spring fair came around. By then Mom had lost the cleaning job. The company switched contractors and never called her back. There were no bills under my bowl this time, and I didn't ask. I went back to walking the aisles, hands behind me, and I could feel Brooke scanning the gym for me. That's when Ms. Reyes stepped in. She was the librarian, the kind of adult most kids walked right past. Gray cardigan, reading glasses on a chain, always shelving something. She came around the aisle holding a worn paperback with a cracked spine, the cover soft from handling. "There you are," she said, like we'd arranged to meet. "I've been hoping to catch you. This one's mine, my absolute favorite, and I can never get anyone to take it seriously." She pressed it into my hands. "I need it to go to someone who'll actually read it. Would you? You'd be doing me a real favor." I looked at the book, then up at her. Brooke was watching, and for once, she had nothing to say, because a teacher had just handed me something and called it a favor. "The good stuff is always the beat-up stuff," Ms. Reyes said, tapping the cover. "New things are easy to love. This one you have to earn." She winked and went back to her cart. Nobody laughed at me that day. I read that book 4 times. I didn't think about it again for almost 15 years. Then last spring, I went back to that school. I'm a teacher now, and we were touring the building for ideas. I asked about Ms. Reyes. The office secretary who'd been there forever told me she'd passed. Then she told me the rest. Every book fair, Ms. Reyes kept a shoebox in the back room, filled with paperbacks she'd bought herself on a salary that couldn't have been much. When she spotted a kid who'd bought nothing, she'd pull one out and hand it over. Always her favorite, always framed as a favor, so no child would feel like a charity case. She'd done it for years, dozens of us, each walking away certain we'd been the chosen one. I sat in that lot a long time. She'd built one small, gentle lie and handed it out over and over, just so kids like me could keep our heads up in a room full of people who had more. I never got to tell her I'd figured it out, but I teach the way I do because of a beat-up paperback and a woman who made sure I never had to say we didn't have the money.